I think the next time I can practice my magic, I'm gonna learn how to see invisible things because I'm tired of this.
That's a very good idea. Did
he got
any of you see?
He got swiped by the invisible Corso last session, and now this. I'm so sorry.
Or Split is gonna be like, did any of you see where that horse went?
What horse?
The flaming one.
I was just wondering why you ran over there.
There was a flaming horse!
Did you at least put it out?
No, I didn't reach it in time. I hit the guy on his back with a javelin. He seemed kind of shadowy.
So he didn't seem like a good guy?
No, he seemed like he was made of shadows.
Oh. You think he's the reason why those hounds attacked us?
I mean, they seemed pretty shadowy, so possibly.
Actually, it's Gallagher just looks at you too. He says, "Actually, that's a very good reason to figure out why they did attack." And he glances back at the card and says, "I can only think of one recurring factor that seems to link the two."
That all of us were here?
No, that he was here. Those things were attacking the cart before we got there. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Splint knows this. Sarah doesn't.
Yeah.
Jog did say that they were usually sent out to find something.
That they're summoned for
Probably
service?
after Corso.
Yeah, some service.
Okay, I'm going to assume you all just group back to the campfire.
Yeehaw.
I'm going to reveal the rest of the map because it's nice. It's pretty.
Is this the one you said was too big?
Yes. We
used such a small fraction of it.
Well, no, it was just big in megabytes because it was detailed.
That's really funny.
Well, the fight was over quicker than I thought it would be. Do you like it? It's a nice map.
No, it is a nice map. It's just kind of funny that this keeps happening to you. You're making your maps too nice, Tessa.
No, this took 10 minutes to make. It's not that hard. All right, so you reconvene at the campfire. Is anybody... Well, actually, Oris just got bit. So Jog's going to go over and use some healing magic that I don't know what it is.
Lay on hands?
Sure.
He has a pool of 15 hit points.
How many hit points did you get, Oris?
6.
He's going to use 6.
Alright, I'm back up to max HP.
What are these strange words that you mean? Alright, so that was pretty harrowing, I bet.
It was surprising, to say the least. I was just, so is this after we wake up, or is this before we go to bed?
This was on the first watch.
On the first watch.
You haven't really... You've gotten like an hour of sleep each, aside from Splint. Okay. So it's still very early in the night. They basically attacked you about an hour after sundown.
Oris kind of just goes back to his tent. He's like, "He'll wake me up when it's morning."
Alright.
We can let him sleep.
A young lad needs his rest.
The young lad. Alrighty, so, what was the... I don't remember what the order was. Okay, so Splint's watch passes. Branch, if you could just make a perception check.
Yeehaw.
They come back. We don't sleep tonight.
You don't...
Yeehaw!
You don't, you keep a very tentative eye out after this, but you don't see anything. You don't see this horse that Splint spoke of. Grygon, it passes. You wake Grygon. Grygon, if you could do a perception check.
Yeah.
Ooh. Holy God!
Spicy.
You see so good into that darkness that you see nothing coming at you. The only thing you see in the night is you hear some rustling. You hear some rustling and you think it's going to be something, and then a bobcat's head pokes out from the bushes, and as soon as it sees your campfire, it just turns around and runs away.
Ah, now I can turn into a bobcat. What you gonna do?
And then eventually you go to Gallagher, and he's in the cart. You kind of wake him. He seems to be in a very light half sleep, kind of sleeping with one eye open kind of deal. He goes, he's got a perception check. Fuck, he rolled so bad. But, the night passes uneventfully, and it is morning once again. We're going to go back to the world map for this purposes.
We wake up.
It's another day, back on the road again.
Hooray!
On the road again.
We on the
Just
road
can't wait to
again.
get on the road again.
Let's not question what happened last night at all.
Splint's just gonna be like, that was a thing. She's very tired.
Corso, have you
She's
seen
not
those
a morning
before?
person, and
Ah,
she
that
doesn't
makes
have
sense.
alcohol.
So Oris is on the lookout for any horses that are on fire,
No,
as
those are
described
important
by
questions, Zach.
Clint.
Yeah, Splint is also on the lookout for on-fire horses.
All right. So, what was someone asking?
It was
Corso?
kind of like a bluish fire. She describes it to the child. Like,
I wish I could make some blue fire.
that'd be pretty cool.
Gregon had something he wanted to ask.
Hey, Corso, have you seen this before?
So okay, well, you're in the cart, you're traveling still. He just looks at you and says, yeah, when you captured me.
Not before then?
No, I think I'd remember something like that.
And you don't have any idea what that is?
Big shadowy dogs, creatures of the night. Sure, yeah, things like that exist. Never encountered any
Can you be
personally.
a little more specific?
I've never encountered any personally.
Insight check.
All right. He's gonna make a check. Well, he seems to be telling the truth,
All
as far
right.
as you can tell.
Has anything major changed? I don't know, between the very last time that you got attacked and like right before that. Like in that time period. I know what I'm asking, I'm not articulating it
I don't know
well.
what you're asking. I can't figure
Well,
it out.
a flaming horse did appear this time, and that was not present the last time we saw them, remember?
Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, so at least we're making progress,
Did,
sort of.
did Branch encounter anything about a flaming horse in her studies?
Make a history check.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
Splint's gonna be thinking real hard, and she's gonna be like, I think I've heard stories of these. I think these are the creatures that steal foals in the night when they don't eat all their...
No, Branch, you don't, nothing particularly springs to mind when you think blue flaming horse.
Worth a shot.
Especially since you didn't none of you saw it really, except for Splint.
Yeah, so we're going off of...
So you're going off of it was blue and it was on fire. Did Splint mention
Or
there
no,
was a
I
rider?
thought it was, yeah, I did mention there was like a shadow rider, and I'm pretty sure she said it was on fire, and the fire might have been blue. Did you say it was blue, or that the fire was blue?
It was an extremely dark blue skin.
Oh, okay, then she did say that. I was under
For the
impression...
purposes of this, I'm gonna just link what you saw in chat. The horse, at least.
Okay.
Not the rider. I'm not indicating what that is. That's what you saw.
Alright,
Just wreathed in bluish fire.
It was blue, and it was on blue fire.
I'm gonna practice my flame so I can make blue fire. I start shooting fire bolts out and trying to make them real hot and blue.
Gallagher's
He
just like,
takes the forest on fire?
don't do that.
Oh.
Look, we've already been attacked by these things twice. Both times in quick vicinity fam. The last thing I would like to do is attract more attention to this cart.
But
I
just
feel
wanna
like
make
I've
blue
heard
fire.
stories of this horse. I'm pretty sure it's the thing that eats misbehaving young foals.
Jarg's like, really? What do they call that?
Well, they call it the Void Eater. It's one of the things that all the foals are told about when they're young. It's like, I think I heard a human describing some things as boogeymen. It's like that. I didn't think it was real.
Huh. Interesting. So
If
sorry.
any
Logan, but I'm
boogeyman
not
appears,
sorry.
I'll burn it.
That's a good idea.
Set the horse that's already on fire. On fire, okay.
You never know. It might be that fire is actually its weakness. It's just a very clever disguise.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna say for the purposes of this, I'm gonna roll a d6.
Yeehaw.
I rolled a 6, so you get a whole 6 days into your journey before we're going to return to the actual timeline.
During the 6
boy.
days, Oris surreptitiously practices his blue flames.
Surreptitious firebolts.
Yes.
Oh, make a stealth check.
I believe in
At
you.
disadvantage because it's fire. Oh no! Okay, somehow you actually managed to make shooting bolts of fire off into the sky stealthy.
Do I get any bluish flames?
Make an Arcana check. Yeah, you get a little bit of blue. It takes a little while. You're like really focusing on making it as charged as possible, and you do actually get a couple bolts that go up into the sky that are a distinct shade of blue.
I guts pose.
All right.
Sometimes
Alright.
during those 6 days, Blanche's probably also going to be just trained to her goddess to just...
All right. Just generic or specific?
Yeah,
fires?
just generic.
All right, Jog's kind of doing the same, and I'm gonna say at some point one night while you guys are kind of just going along, at some point he pulls you aside a little bit, and he actually kind of goes over to you and says, "I didn't really want to bring this up in front of everybody else, but the dream I had from the Fate Reaver was really weird."
Oh?
Yeah, I
Do you
mean,
think kiss you or something?
you're not there. He's specifically bringing Branch away from the group.
That was me just interrupting.
I guess he doesn't trust us.
Stop interrupting.
He doesn't.
Well, it started out, I think, pretty, normally they were talking about my oaths and everything, and they gave me the wings, and it was all pretty cool. And they were telling me kind of something, I guess, like you told me, the path I walk is dangerous. Then they were, I don't know, were telling me, of all the virtues I've got, compassion is the best. And there were a lot of things I didn't understand. And then at the very end, they I think they were trying to warn me about something. But they told me, beware the many-tongued supplicant and the multifaceted marionette. And then, beware the false something. I didn't hear the rest after that.
I understand a few of those words.
Yeah, I don't really understand what it means either, but that's what they told me.
I think that's common, right?
Yeah, it is. It's higher end common. It's more common than I usually use. It's kind of the pretentious common, but I mean, it's got to be something, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they told me to beware the false, and he makes this gesture with his hands, like I don't know, I don't know what that means, and I don't know why they didn't tell me the whole part. Did your god tell you anything like that? Did she do any beware this vaguely not specific thing, or was it just don't go poking the founts?
I mean, there's the don't go poking in the fonts, and then just kind of protect my inner light. So sometimes we gotta get out of places so then we can become stronger to fight that. Which I guess was kind of vague, but I also understood it, so. Nothing like yours, though.
Oh, well. He looks a little bit disappointed, but still has that big old Jog Manson smile on his face.
Maybe when we get to Dawnscar, we can find a dictionary or a word book that will have what those words mean, so I will help you understand. Yes.
I mean, I understand what most of the words mean. It's just in that order, and as they were said, very vaguely. I don't want to speak ill of my god, but that was pretty vague. He's speaking a bit low, like glancing around. I don't know. I felt like I just wanted to tell you that because I've known you for so long, and paladin buddies.
Could you pray for clarification?
I could try. I've been.
Okay, my friends are dumbasses.
I've been trying, but I haven't had any more dreams. Maybe I'll keep trying. Maybe it'll be better once we're actually settled down in a place and I can find a shrine or something.
Yeah.
That happens about midway through the 6-day little intermission, and as you go on,
Day 3.
you don't see nothing comes up about you. You occasionally, off in the far distance, you'll hear the sound of animals making noise, like flocks of birds in the sky, very distant wolf howling, and stuff like that.
For the record, Branch is so happy to be back in the woods and out of a city, so she's just head hold high.
I'm gonna say by the time that you get through that 6-day journey, you're about here, where it'll start going more south instead of just west.
Over the journey, could I wash my new cloak in any water that we get towards?
I have a quick question.
Yeah?
You said it takes about 6 days to get from here to about here-ish.
It's a
Can you see
generic
my
point.
ruler?
I can't do travel math good, so it's a very vague aimed place.
So
I mean, that sounds about right.
Gonna be another 8 days then?
Something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, it looks better now that I'm actually drawing it out, because when I wasn't drawing it out, it seemed much shorter to get to here than it did to get to here, but it's not that much shorter. Just based
I just
off
want to know if I can wash my new cloak.
You try. Okay, sure. You find a stream and you put your mantle of spell resistance into it.
I just want to wash it because you described it as being dirty and dusty.
Oh God! Do you have soap? A lot of soap.
No, I do not have any soap.
You can just rinse it out and get most of the grime off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you make a check for this. It's washing clothes. You can get most of the outer layer of dirt and stuff in. It just seems to be very, just stained and wear and tear. But it looks a little bit nicer after you rinse and dry it out. You can actually see the shade of blue now.
I make a note to myself to go visit the tailor once we get to Donskar.
All right. At some point, as you guys are going along, you're kind of looking for a place to go. Are the centaurs ahead of the cart, looking around, or are they tailing back with everyone?
Branch is hidden back.
Be in the front.
Okay, since you're in the front, make a perception check, I guess, or maybe a survival check. Which are you better at, survival or perception?
Let's see. I am better at survival.
Okay, make a survival check. Okay. I rolled shit. As you're up ahead of the cart, going along, you see something out through the woods, a bit kind of up on a hill. And you kind of go towards it, diverging off the road, and you notice it seems to be part of a very run-down stone building.
Guys, I found a building.
Nice.
It is starting to get towards sunset at this point. So you're
Let's go check it out real quick. I'm bored.
We might be able to camp there for the night. A bit of shelter.
All right.
That sounds fun.
So you go up there. Gallagher pulls the cart off the side of the road towards the base of this hill, and it's not a particularly steep hill. It's just a bit of an incline, and then you head up.
You head up.
All right, you head up. What you find sitting at this hill, kind of in this somewhat dense forest, is an old ruin, very worn down, very old, and you're not exactly actually investigation check from whoever's good at that.
I want to check to see what kind of building it is.
Okay.
Would that be a history or investigation?
Investigation to investigate the thing.
Okay. Sorry.
That's good. Okay.
Sorry, what are we investigating? I zoned out again.
The ruin that you just
the ruin.
went to.
Okay, just the ruin in general. There wasn't a specific thing. Okay, good.
Okay.
Can I also roll investigation on that?
Are you good at investigation?
No.
Fine, you can roll.
Where is that?
Oris. These ruins. Wait, what catches your eyes? The part that Splint must have spotted from the road is just one singular part of a wall that a tree seems to have grown through, and you guess that might be the only reason that part of the wall is still standing. Everything else is just crumbled, and there are just parts of archways barely still standing, and the earth is just reclaiming it slowly. There's moss and vines on every surface. It is an extremely old ruin made of smooth granite, and it is very clearly old. And you're not exactly sure, like, who may have built it at any point, but it is extremely old and veritably untouched for a long time.
So, an extremely old building made of what appears to be granite.
Yeah, it's just a crumbling old ruin.
That's the most I can tell.
But it does, from what you checked, seem to have like a few areas where most of the partial walls are intact and it's very dense around it, and there's spaces wide enough that you could potentially pull the cart into it and be off the road in relative shelter.
It looks like it's just a crumbled up building that's super old, guys. We could attempt to get the cart in here.
Jog says it seems good to me. I mean, off the road's better.
Yeah. So I guess we pull it. You pull the cart in then.
Yeah.
Mind if we hear from Zach and Sierra? Okay, heard Sierra.
I don't know. Sure.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.